gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take you on a tour of our new Victory race car. We'll start with the front of the car. This oil tank is a lot different design. There's baffles inside here to control that oil underneath acceleration and deceleration, the same as the fuel tank. A lot different than our last car. The guy that built this car built race cars for John Force for 18 years. So he's taken a lot of that technology that he learned over the years and he applied it towards our alcohol program. As we come back farther into the car, this front end on the car is now fully adjustable, like a lot of race cars are, funny cars, chassis builders across the country. Our last front end was all a solid piece up here, and we couldn't adjust this front end like we wanted to. As we come back into this car, obviously a very important factor in any race car is the steering. What Ron and Jimmy Williams at Victory have perfected is their steering components in this car. Right here, there's a bearing inside this drag link right here, and it's called a linear bearing. That helps keep a lot of support on this shaft during steering and underneath the load. So the whole time when this car is going down the racetrack, the steering always stays nice and smooth. Because if you're driving a race car all over the track, you're going slow. You're slowing down. You're not going in a straight line. The nice thing about the race team versus our last car is that it's a lot easier to work on this car now. It's a lot easier to get motors in and out. You work at a faster pace. So we have to work extremely fast in difficult situations. This driver's cockpit in here, there's a lot of upgrades that have been made back in here. There's 2 tubes now that run inside this whole compartment. First thing is it is safer. For any type of side impact, you have less chance of getting injured because you have more structural support now. And also, this roll bar is a lot wider for easier access in and out of the cockpit. Sometimes you have to get out of the car a little faster than you need to in case of an emergency situation. Now on the back side of the car, we have a totally different design. This wheelie bar design back here is 180 degrees different than what we used to run. These 2 top tubes used to mount all the way up here. 2 things that I never cared for about is that, first of all, you have all that extra weight in here. And it acts as a very springy wheelie bar. So when the throttle gets hit and you leave the starting line, it's like a big springboard out there, and the car wants to get very inconsistent. So this was a totally different design that I was not used to, but it worked really well right out of the gate. That was just a basic overview of this new race car. There's a lot of other little details on this car that I can't really touch on because they're kind of our little secrets that us and Victory have done together, which is giving us the edge over all the other competition out here.